Many of us around the country are getting started on our winter prep and getting ready for the colder months ahead of us. Lord knows that winter creeps up faster than any of us like to admit, but by the time that first freeze is actually here, that to-do list gets buried under the pile of a million other things that we have to be doing, whether that be feeding, calving prep, and just all of the other weather headaches that come with that time of year. So today I'm going to walk you guys through a quick, just little pre-winter checklist that I put together for us and our operation. Things that are just going to help us over the next few weeks as we finish up our fall processing, get calves sent away to the sale barn, and we're kind of in that little lull right between getting calves sent to the sale barn and getting ready to dive into winter. So these are 10 steps to set you up for a smoother winter process and everything else so that hopefully it makes 2 a.m. in the middle of January when snow hits just a little bit easier. So number one, let's start simple. You're just going to walk your fences. Walk, ride, drive, check all of your fences. Cold weather exposes weak points naturally, whether that be in wood, in steel, and whatever you use for your fencing, that cold weather is going to expose those weak points that were put on in stress through summer. Just do it now because it's a lot easier to do it now than it is in the middle of winter when you have to put on 5 different layers and you have to walk through the snow because a cow got out and you don't know where she got out at. It's a lot easier to do it right now in a sweatshirt and maybe a light jacket than it is when the ground freezes. Number 2 kind of goes along with fencing, but it's inspecting your gates and your access points, your latches, your hinges, everything like that. They freeze. So just make sure that every single gate is swinging clean and that every single pasture access point is clear of mud and ice buildup. Number 3, evaluate your water systems, whether you are on wells, tanks, ponds, just double check all of them right now. Drain your lines, flush things, test your water heaters, insulate your exposed pipes, and just make sure that all of your float valves work. Again, the thing that's easier to do now than in the middle of winter. This weekend, we are actually replacing 2 of our automatic waterers because last winter, there was a situation where a $600 water bill came in because we were gone for a weekend and automatic water just kept on running all weekend. And I'm pretty sure we filled up the pond with that automatic water instead of feeding our cows that were in the lot that day. So just make sure that you are checking everything and replacing things that need to be replaced now. Number 4, start your stockpile and allocate forage. Now, this is something I probably don't need to tell you guys to do, but this is one of those things that check everything that you've got. I don't need to tell you to do it, but check it. Walk your pastures, estimate your forage, and plan your rotations that you are going to be doing for the rest of fall as we go into winter so that you can try and stretch that native grass and then stretch hay as much as humanly possible when that time comes that you need to start feeding it. Number 5, test and inventory your hay. I have said it so many times, test your hay, test your hay. Please test your hay. Every single pasture needs a test as well. You can't just test a few samples from a few different bales. You need to be testing every load, every pasture, however you get your hay. If you are doing it yourself, then every pasture. If you are getting it from someone else, you probably need to be testing every load. And that just tells you exactly what that forage is giving your cows. It tells you the protein, the energy, the fiber, all of those things. That way you can match your supplement well instead of over supplementing and then overcharging yourself as you go throughout the winter. This is extremely important when we talk about bred cows, lactating cows, weaning calves, all of these things. Make sure that you are supplementing properly to those individual sets as well. Number 6, check your minerals in your supplement plan. Make a plan for winter. Sit down and say, okay, this is what our plan is. This is what our hay tested at. This is what our forage tested at. This is what we need to be supplementing with, and make that plan and start purchasing those things now. Do a mineral program that fits your operation the best. Number 7, we're almost through this list, guys. Prep all of your feeding areas. This is something that we try to do every winter as well, whether that be cleaning out lots or just in our pastures where we have cows at the house during the winter, moving those hay rings around. Whatever that looks like for you, just make sure that you are prepping those feeding areas. That way, when winter does come and you're taking a tractor out into the pasture, the hay ring is already in a good spot. When you are getting cows moved into the lots up at the house, that those hay rings are where they need to be, your bunks are where they need to be, and you're not having to deal with moving a bunk or moving a hay ring when it is like 20 degrees outside and the ground is already frozen and all of those bunks and hay rings are frozen to said ground. Again, just a lot easier to do it now. Number 8, equipment maintenance. Again, probably something I don't need to tell you all to do, but this is one of those things that we like to run through, just a list of everything that we need to be checking on all of the equipment as we go into winter. So we're greasing everything, we're changing all of our filters, we're checking our hydraulic hoses, because there have been too many times I have been feeding hay in the middle of winter and my hydraulics go out and I'm like, well, I probably should have checked the hoses. I probably should have checked my hydraulic fluid. All of those things, also checking batteries, making sure that we have our extension cords ready, everything like that. That way, when the time comes that we need to start plugging in our trucks, plugging in our tractors, all of that is completely ready to go. The thing about it is your batteries, it might be fine right now. As soon as it gets cold, it's not going to be fine anymore. So just check everything right now and try and save yourself a headache in a few months. Finally, number 9, you are going to be reviewing your winter emergency plan. Last one, guys, just plan for the worst. Keep fuel tanks topped off, generators ready, and a backup water plan in case your pumps freeze. You need to be writing down your key contacts, your vet, neighbors, all of those things, and share that list with people that are helping you throughout the winter. Unfortunately, we don't have a magic wand that can prevent blizzards, but you can be ready for them when they do inevitably come. And talking to Gary on the podcast in the past few weeks, we have some potential possibility for some ice storms coming to the Midwest this winter. So it is better to prep now while you can. Here is your key takeaway, guys. Good winter prep isn't about doing more. It's about doing it before there is an emergency. Do everything that you possibly can now. Use this lull. I know it's not really a lull for any of us out there. We all understand that. Use this time in between fall processing and getting ready for winter to actually prep your operation in the best way possible. These were 9 small steps that you can do now to save you a whole haggle worth of stress later. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the CattleUSA Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Moylan. Thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you all next time.